I find it real fascinating that people who probably have the most to hide, the most things to throw, the most skeletons in the closet tend to be the people who want to judge everybody else, moralize everybody else, you know, shove their ideas and opinions down everyone else's throat. I mean, the Bible passage is let he who uh, is without sin cast the first stone. And most people would just look at the flat words that have been said, but I mean, the Bible was written with thousands of years of human experience, and I mean, the idea is usually the people who are the first to cast the stone probably has the most to hide, right? And so, what does that have to do with the video, right? The video is about Vaush and his odd folder full of anime hentai. And let's just watch this. Then I'll show you my actual idea, right? I'm just teasing.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
What is this? Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to show all of that.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. You can see.
So, about that, see, Vaush is into some very interesting fetishes involving horses, and which is fine. I have no problem with it. But he's also with the brigade of people who are against hentai, right? He's with the but she's but a child brigade in hentai. Well, anime, period. Right? Because, like, according to him, if you watch hentai, you're, like, conservatives that watch hentai are just pedophiles. And if you watch anime, even if it's not pornographic, even if there's no sex or love scenes in the I keep wanting to say hentai, in the anime, if there's like a 17-year-old girl, like My Hero Academia is the perfect example. A 17-year-old girl who, shows a little bit of skin, but the anime itself is just not sexual whatsoever, right? He's like, oh, but she's but a child. And these exact same people, like, again, you just see, you seen a little bit of it. I don't know how YouTube is going to take this, but I gotta say, it's real odd that those who have the most to hide are the first to cast stones at everybody else. And I don't even know who the hell. I don't really care about Vaush. She has very odd opinions. Like, he's one of those stock millionaires that talk about going against the 1%, going against the establishment. Bread tubers, I think, is the idea. They just spout communist rhetoric because it's what people want to hear. But they're probably the most capitalistic, the most cutthroat, the most hypocritical of them all. Right? See, this is why I don't primarily judge people on, like, fetishes. Because, well, growing up, you had some very weird fetishes. I mean, I did. Which is like, maybe I should have a higher level of morality when it comes to this. But I don't. My morality is if it's between two consenting adults and knowing that it's not illegal, what the fuck ever, right? But Vaush doesn't think that way. Which is fine, but see, on the internet, things are forever, your opinions are forever, your takes are forever, your accidental porn folder is forever. And you can see the the look on his face. The look on his fucking face when that shit popped up. I don't even know how it popped up. Hold on.
See, this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
He right-clicked
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Yeah, he was going to save it, but then the save folder of... I'm assuming this was a recent folder, right? That he saved stuff to, right? Because usually when you right-click and save something, it saves you to the recent folder you're in. So he was on this shit recently, right? Which is very fascinating. But look, if you're on the internet as long as he is, right, you're bound to do a couple of screw-ups. But people just don't like hypocrites. I mean, like, everyone can be hypocritical when they're not thinking about it, but it's odd when someone this influential, right, who has this much of a following, who is this opinionated, right, who influences the politics of a lot of people that watch him, is such a big fucking hypocrite. It's like, you know, you can't just not, you know, go after other people, right, go after what other people like. You know, you can just do that, you know, things that don't affect you, but when people see this, they ream you because of it. Like, who is this? Kagoya's top gal. Yeah, and this has 2.6 million views. I am taking a risk, scrolling down, but fuck it. Does Vaush even do that? What does Vaush even do that's so important? Oh yeah, let's not show that. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. It's odd how people, again, those who are the most at fault are the first to cast stones. They're very, very interesting. But anyway, see ya.